Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, I've got something positive to say for the minister. You've got to give him marks for enthusiasm and evangelising in his portfolio. He never ever lacks enthusiasm. So there's something positive. Sadly, I fear he is by and large terribly, terribly misguided, however. The Prime Minister is a penchant for putting people to live on other planets, and it appears he's Minister for Small Businesses living on planet delusion. He criticises Labor in government for removing one particular incentive for small business and replacing it with another. Just remind me, what did they do at the last budget? Got rid of all the incentives Labor had put in place for small business and replaced it with nothing. Nothing. Therefore, after 12 months, they've decided they actually have to go back to the issue and try and actually repair some of the damage that they had done. But I just got a little challenge for members opposite. I've extended it to the Assistant Treasurer during our chat at the table. Anybody who's sitting here is welcome to take it up. They criticised the Shadow Treasurer and the Shadow Small Business Minister for not putting out any positive press releases about government initiatives. Well, I challenged them over the entire years of the Labor government to find me one press release, just one, that'll be due, I'll be happy with that, one press release from a Shadow Minister congratulating or endorsing a Labor government initiative. Now, if they can do that, I'll accept that the minister may not be delusional on these matters, but I doubt very much that they'll be able to find a single one. Let's come back to the reality. Before the election, the Prime Minister's, at that time, as he was the opposition leader's commitment to the Australian people was that he was going to create 1 million jobs. 1 million jobs. What is the actual reality with unemployment at this point in time? And I'm going to use the government's own budget to outline what the current system will be. This government's budget, as released this week, confirms that unemployment will be higher and stay higher as a result of the budget. Despite all the rhetoric we hear, the budget forecasts unemployment to reach 6.5%.
Higher than the GFC.
6.5%, higher than the global financial crisis, which those opposite like to pretend never happened. In fact, the highest unemployment rate in 14 years. And the budget does not have a plan to address that for the long term. In areas across the nation like mine, like the member for Chifley's, there is an ongoing deep concern about endemic unemployment, particularly for our young people. In fact, it was a topic of the OECD, a major focus for the OECD. And what we actually need to see happen, and it's been told to the government time and time again, it was told to us in government, and we responded with a significant investment in both skills and infrastructure, that you need to invest in the knowledge, the skills and the tools with which to utilise that to ensure the growth of new jobs and the ability of people to take up the emerging jobs of the future. We have not seen that in this budget. In actual fact, if I just want to deal with my own shadow portfolio of vocational education and skills, if you look at what the budget says about this, it confirms that there is a massive 20% cut over the forward estimates in skills funding. That's the reality, a 20% cut. It has totally failed to make any new announcements about investments in skills and training. This abject failure to act comes on the back of last year's budget, where they cut $2 billion out of the portfolio. Of particular concern in the debate about jobs, and in particular for someone who claims that he's Tony's tradies Prime Minister, they cut $1 billion out of apprenticeships and traineeships, and not a single dollar of that's gone back, nor is there a single new initiative in this budget for apprentices and trainees. So it seems it's all right to love the current generation of tradies, but heaven forbid you actually invest in the next generation of them. What we actually saw put in place was the abolition of a whole range of programs that were there.
Order. Honourable members, time's expired, and I call the honourable member.